I know. I know. I know. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that, Toby. It's late in the day. I was so busy with work and life stuff, the car trouble. Life, gets in the way, but we still call it Christmas every day, Toby. We do. And you know what? There's a lot of people that love you, Toby. There's a lot of people that love me too. I wish I could, hang out with all you guys up in the Bema seat and in the wedding ceremony and have real friends. But in this life, I got Tracy, Calvin, and Adrian, really, and this about it in this new city we've been living in for the past 2.5 years. Some old friends up in Bellingham, Washington, maybe one or two. But in all reality, I can count good friends on one hand, Toby. And I'm 45 years old with a wife and 2 kids, and I have a job and a million bills. But this is the most important thing, this channel. With number 1, there's a chance that people can somehow stop by and come to Jesus. Just a slight chance. Number 2, it's a bunch of believers in Jesus that we're all in the same boat, feeling the same way. And then we can pray for each other. There's power in prayer. And I tell you what, because I kind of left the organization church, oh, Toby, this is going to be tough. You know what I mean? You want to go for a walk? Don't get mad. See his eyes? When he gets mad, he does little bites. I might have to pause this and get him hooked up. Get over here. Yeah, it's just your little hook. I left the organizational church, man, and this has been the best fellowship I've had since I was born again. 1998, 99, 2000, 2001. Then after 9/11, went to college, and hasn't been this great until he's meeting you guys. Okay, now he's ready. Let's go for a walk. I'm going to have to pause it. I don't trust him all the way. Little Shih Tzus. He's more shit than Malshi. He's a Malshi, half Maltese, half Shih Tzu, and he's more shit than Mal. So he's, instead of a Malshi, I call him a Shitese. Because there's a lot more Shih Tzu in there than Malshi. I'll tell you. Come on. Seriously. Never get a Shih Tzu. Especially if you have kids, or if you're a lone person in an apartment, Shih Tzu's great. Because that dog will just love you and protect the house, your room, the noises, bark, but for full-on life, like they're tough little monsters, man. I guess in a way that's kind of like Justy as well. A little bit windy, sorry, it's a windy one. Hey, listen, golly gee willikers. I don't know if I'm going to make the live Thursday again because I got to work. I do a lot of remote tech work, and, I have to keep it open 24/7. Part of the reason why I can keep a job like that is my rate of response and rate of resolve is really fast. Boom, immediately. I'm always plugged in. Need a problem? I'm on it immediately. I don't wait. I don't delay. I get her done. High levels of communication. Very rare in the tech world to have a guy like me be your tech guy. Usually they don't want to talk to humans. They treat you poorly. You know what I mean? Move. Nick, the IT guy. Move. And just do it. Get out of my way. Get out of my face. Go back into your tech cave and get out of here. No, I love people, and I try to teach and use and show people and talk and check in on their families. So hopefully I can keep this job for the rest of my life until we go home. So I wanted to do a walkie-talkie today to share and say, might not make lives this week or have to do it impromptu, surprise you when a moment I get time. But I also said, can you guys pray for me to... Here's what I learned about blessing others praying for others, and also like giving. I never believed in the tithe. Like, I was like, something's wrong with this. Like, even before I was set free from Galatian error, I just never liked it. First of all, I was just a punk kid. I didn't have a lot of money. But when I did have seasons of money, I would give everything I had. That's what felt right. Like, I've told you the Foytown miracle story where I remember walking into a church in Everett, Washington, and when the topic was, okay, it's time to give, give out of what the Lord leads you. You're not, this guy was really awesome pastor. I think it was like a Foursquare church, like a Assemblies of God, but like a Foursquare. I don't know, I didn't go very much, but it was a really cool pastor guy. I liked him. Very humble, not legalistic, very cool. And he was like, if the Lord leads you to give whatever you can. He says it's not 10%, that we're not under the law. You don't have to give anything. And I felt the Holy Spirit tell me, give every dollar you have in your wallet. And I was like, oh, sure, no problem, because I thought there was nothing in there. This is a true story. It's like, oh, there's probably $5 in there. Okay, no problem. I open it up and it's jam-packed full of hundreds. I'm talking, I don't know, $1,000 easy. And I looked at it and was like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, there was a moment, like, first of all, where did this money come from? Second of all, maybe I should keep this. And then I had the Holy Spirit in me, and it was like, no, I said yes. I said, I said yes, I'll give it all. And then it was really easy to give it up because I was like, well, shoot, there's no way. There was so many hundreds. It was a miracle. I knew it was immediately. I mean, there wasn't immediate. I did have a little negotiation in my head about keeping it. But it was so absurd about the amount of money in there that I was like, this is a miracle. It's a test. It's a miracle. It doesn't exist anyway. Boom, give it. And I gave it all. And to be honest with you, that's how my giving has been throughout my life, where I don't have anything, and then sometimes I get a giant windfall and I just give a giant amount. And maybe in a way, symbolically, that's how my increase has been in my life too. Give as you're given. I've never been a consistent giver, and I've never had consistent money. But I've given big, and I've received times where I had windfall. So how interesting is that? Anyway, I don't believe in tithing. I don't think we're under the law. What I see as the pattern in the New Testament is Paul would do fundraisers. He would go to the churches and say, hey, I could command you to give me it because I led you to Jesus. But for love, I never asked you for any money. And he was a tent maker and he built things. But I'm raising up money for this really poor church over in Jerusalem. And whatever you can give out of the abundance God has given you, give it. And that's how they would raise money. So I pray for anybody. I'll be honest with you, Annalise, if you can handle this. Since I haven't spoken to Buck, I don't know where Buck is. I try not to let my mind go on what he's doing. I love him so much and I miss him. He was supporting me for this work, abundantly. He took care of my wife's dental work. He took care of, I was behind on a month one time. Buck took care of me to keep going. Loved our channel, loved this community, and he really helped me out. But since I haven't heard from Buck, there's been 2 people who have given to my GoFundMe a couple times, but Annalise has given on the regular, not like a tithe or anything, but like a blessing. So since June, Annalise has been basically the only person who's had a giving into what I do. And I mean, it's not like she's given hundreds. We're talking like give what she can. Even though it's now totaled up to be several hundred. Thank you. Every time I go straight to Walmart and buy toothbrushes and toilet paper and like all the extra little things that you need in your house. So check it out. I was talking to my wife, Annette, about it. And I said to her, I go, can we please, as a testimony to the people who drive by our house, can we please keep the Christmas lights on all year long? She's like, no, because dude, then the kids, it's not as special to the kids. It's like, I'm like, yeah, I know, but look. Who knows how long we'll be here? And if somebody's driving down the road and they see our house all lit up, maybe somebody will go, okay, that guy's crazy, that house is crazy. One person will go, whoa, Christmas, Jesus, that's why the lights are on. And it might spark their heart, one person. And she was like, well, how are you going to pay the power bill on it? And I was like, oh, yeah, money. So we talked about it, and I was like, hey, listen, if I can raise, I said to her, if I can raise $500 a month, will you do it? And she goes, no, you just have to pay the power bill. So if I find out what the extra cost is on jacking my house up full Griswold all year long, is there any, and I'll keep doing shows about it and doing some videos at night in front of the house all lit up, is there anybody who would want to pay for that? I don't know, maybe it's fun. Maybe it's something the Lord leads you to. Isn't that a great idea though? But I did make an agreement with her that I would have to ask the community, would they support it? And if they don't, then I have to take them down after the new year. I don't want to. I want them lit up. I want that house lit up. I'm Christmas every day guy. That's what I say. How can Christmas every day guy not have a Christmas house? Right? So, tell me what you think about that. Anyway, I've got work upon work this week coming on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a live at the scheduled time. I'll keep you posted on when that can be. It's not going to be Thursday at 5 p.m. though, because that's exact time I got to meet with, have to train people on some SharePoint. Really, it's just permissions and folder structure. It's not that hard, but it'll take some time to train some individuals. So, thank you so much. Toby and I love you. My wife, like, she encourages me every day to keep doing videos too. And there were times where I didn't want to anymore. But Annalise and all the people who pray for me on this channel comment every day, and I love listening to your stories and pray for you. You mean so much to me. I have no other fellowship. Occasionally I can go to the local bar and meet some of the guys there that are my friends, but dude, that doesn't feed the spirit. Sometimes, I'll be honest, sometimes it does, to be honest. You go in, you watch a football game, you're laughing with some good old buddies. It can feed your spirit. I take that back. But not like this. So anybody who wants to say a prayer for me on this journey, that's what this one's about. And I love you very much. And if you have a prayer need, always post it here. And I always tell people this, if you get the prayer unction, pray right away, because you'll end up being lazy and forget. So if you ever pray and I read it, I pray for you right away. Let's keep going. Talk to you soon.